makeup tutorial of my daily face, as I like to call it, the morning routine. And so I use a bunch of different products. I don't just have like one name brand that I use. I use this Mary Kay face primer that I got. I like it. It has sunscreen in it, so I really like it because I hate putting sunscreen on my face. That's just really gross. And I also use this Maybelline New York Master Prime by Face Studio face primer, I mean. And I really like it. I've gotten this like 2 to 3 times, and so I really like it. So that's what we'll be using today. My little sponges. I think I got like the face correcting ones where they're supposed to like help you blur out stuff, but you know what? We use it for foundation and for face primer, so that's okay. Everyone puts a different amount of their primer on. I just like to make sure it covers my face and stuff, so however much you feel you want to put on, go for it. You never want to like cake your makeup on because then it just looks gross. The key to makeup is blending, so if it's blended well, it'll look good, because if it's not blended well, you'll just look like a Barbie doll that has bad makeup. So we don't want that. We always want to look like we're on the runway. Okay, so now that your primer's on, I have a few foundations here. I have Maybelline Fit Me Poreless. I have this one. It was kind of dark for me because, you know, Indiana. It's summer right now in Indiana, but it's also cloudy and rainy. It's very weird. I have this CoverGirl Healthy Elixir something foundation. I really like this one. I've been using this one a lot lately. It's still kind of dark, but we make it work. And then the other one that I really like, but this one's really expensive, it's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. I really like this one. It's skin tone match, so it's like perfectly for my skin tone. I'm more of a white girl than I am on the darker side of life, even though I'm mixed. But you know, that's okay. We make it work. So yeah, I really like this one, so I'll be using the CoverGirl one today. I kind of do like all over first, and then I go back and like blend it really good. I just like to make sure like it's kind of like all covered. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's okay. So now now that my face is covered, I'm just gonna go through and blend it all really good. For me, foundation is super important. I don't have a lot of acne, but what I do have, I kind of like to cover it, even though like it kind of makes your acne worse. But you know, during the day, I like to kind of cover it so that way it's like not there, but it's still there. So the next, after it's all blended, the next thing I do is my concealer. People do this a couple different ways. I have a couple different ones here. I have the e.l.f. one, comes in a little tube like that. I like it. It works so far. I have this Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I really like this one. The nice thing about this one is that you don't need a lot of it. With the e.l.f. one, I feel like I have to use more concealer than like I would with the Bare Minerals one, but I mean, to each their own and how much concealer you want to put on. I know for me, like if I'm super tired and was up super late, I'll use the Bare Minerals one just because like I can do it underneath my eyes and like we're set, you know, do foundation, concealer, and then your powder on top, and then like some mascara and your eyebrows, out the door, 15-20 minutes, good to go. So I really like that one. I have this other e.l.f. one. It's a concealer and highlighter duo. As you can see, the highlighter one's kind of out, and the concealer one too. You just can't see. For this one, I don't really use the concealer or highlighter for concealer and highlighter. I use it as like an eyeshadow primer. I really like that. To me, it works really good. I didn't like it as a concealer. And the liquid highlighter I've never done. So if you have tips on liquid highlighter, let me know, because I would love to try this as what it's made for. So now that our foundation is on, I use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Compact Powder. Yeah, it's like that. And then it comes with like a mirror and like a little sponge thing. So, and then I use my big brush for that and swirl it around. Kind of cover your whole face with it. I have to do it a couple times. So I know I just put powder on, but to me this works. So then I will use, today I'll just use my e.l.f. one, e.l.f. concealer. And I'll do like a little bit underneath my eyes. And yeah, and maybe hit a couple acne spots that are pretty visible. Around the nose, just because, you know, it looks good. And then I'll take my blue or green little sponge and I'll do it underneath there, around the nose. Alright, and then I'll do another layer of powder just to like blend it in. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. You can even use whatever was left on your brush. It just depends on what you like. Alright, so now I do my brows before my eyes just because to me that makes sense to go like top to bottom. You do you, boo, however you do it, and it looks good, it works. So for my brows, I use this Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I got it on a good deal. That's why we haven't been back. So the cap looks like this. You can ask, I got this at Ulta, I believe, and you can just ask the girl to like show you where it's at, or you can do me and just wander the store until you find it, and then you end up spending $200. So it works out. This one's a soft brown. I'll show you the back of it. Because my eyebrows aren't that dark, so, and I had a hard time like matching eyebrows to hair color, and my hair is kind of like 3 different colors all naturally. So I have a dark brown, a light brown, and natural blonde streaks. So we went with a light brown because that's like the majority hair color I have, so it really works. And then I have this Duo e.l.f. brush, so it's like the comber and then like the little brush to apply it. We always use a bigger mirror other than the one on the wall so we can get up close and personal with it. So we're going to do the brows real quick. Some people stencil like with the Anastasia pencil. You can like do that and then do like the gel with it. But I never could get it, so I would just use the pencil to like fill in my brows and then like use the brush to kind of brush it real quick. And then, you know, that was it. But other people are good at drawing their brows on and making them look perfect, so you know, we just don't do that. Alright, where did my brush go? Did we drop it? Oh well, we'll just use this other one. We have another brush right here that we can use. So we're just going to do the brows. I just do a little bit at a time because you don't want to gunk it on and then you realize you have too much and then it's just not good, you know? Where did it go? We really needed that. Oh well. Not to worry. We found it, guys. It fell underneath my vanity. It's great. I always have a towel in my sink to wipe off all the extra makeup and stuff. To me, that really works. My cousin actually taught me that trick because, like, you know, you use like your white eyeshadow and do your eyes, and then you're like, oh, well, I need brown, and you don't want to mix the colors, so you try to use darker towels though. It doesn't ruin them. Okay, back to the brows. We found our brush. Let's get back to it. So, just a little bit, kind of fill them in. I kind of do mine based on what I'm going to do my makeup that day. So if I'm not going to do a lot of makeup, just like my foundation, my brows, and mascara, and maybe like a little bit of blush or something, I'll do my eyebrows lighter. That way it looks like a lighter makeup job and doesn't look like you have these brows that stand out and then like no makeup on, because that can look pretty awkward too. And then you want to like smooth it out, make sure there's no clumps or anything. Make sure your brows are down. See how like, whoop, follow the shape of your brow. So that one looks pretty good. So let me do the other side real quick. I mean, I kind of like, if you go over, just kind of smear it off real quick. To me, it smears off pretty easily, so you can just kind of then go over it again. Again, however dark you want your brows to be, would be like however much pomade you want to use. That's the word, it's a pomade. Figured it out. My eyebrows are like very uneven because I was a clumsy child and fell. So I have scars on both eyebrows, so it makes doing eyebrows very difficult. But luckily they're getting to a place where we really like them. So just keep working at it and you'll get there, promise. Alright, so now that your brows are done, always put caps back on, even if it's a pomade, foundation, whatever it is, because you might drop it. And if you drop it, it goes everywhere. And for me, Sunday mornings are always the hardest time to get ready in time for church. So we always gotta put the caps on, because then stuff falls and spills and it's just not great Sunday mornings as you're trying to walk out the door. Okay, so now that the brows are done, I'll move on to doing my eyes. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Duo, the one I showed you earlier. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the highlighter. And then I'm going to use this skinny, flat, almost like a small foundation brush to like blend it in. Just kind of put a bunch on like that. I go up to my eyebrow line to like right above it. Sometimes you kind of get it on it, but you can fix that. That's super easy to fix. Just because I will be putting a highlighter underneath your brows. I do that. My cousin taught me. All this makeup stuff my cousin taught me, and then I just kind of took it off from there. So, I mean, like I say, to each their own is however you like to do it. So now we'll just blend it. And my cousin's sister, her mom, her younger brother, and her dad are all moving out here. So she will definitely be in my later videos. Already got her permission, and we already have like stuff planned out to show you guys because we're super excited. See, then we'll just go over it again real quick. Well, just a tiny bit. I just put a little itty bitty bit on the brush to fill it back in. Because we got a little bit of highlighter carried away there. Alright, so I have a few different eyeshadow palettes that I use, just because a girl can never decide on one, so we get multiples. This one is a CoverGirl True Naked Golden's one. I got this at Marshall's, guys, for like $5, so check out Marshall's. It's a good place to shop. I used to work there, so I got discounts. Oops. This next palette is a hard candy from Meijer, I believe I got it from. I like Meijer better than Walmart. In California, we only had Walmarts. And then I moved to Indiana and we had a Meijer. And I love Meijer. I really don't like going to Walmart anymore. Black Friday shopping, I compare deals to see which one I'm going to go to. And only go to that one for that deal. So this is a hard candy one. It's just a basic browns palette. I'm getting ready to order a palette that has like multiple colors on it, because I want to try out some new things for like 4th of July. Oh, hair's falling. Sorry. We'll pin it back up. And so just try different things like that for 4th of July and new makeup ideas and stuff like that, because that'll be fun for holidays. Holidays are my favorite. I love holidays. So I'll be using the combinations of these two today. And all my brushes, the purple ones I got at Walmart. This white one, these two white ones my mom got me as a Christmas stocking stuffer. Go Mom. These rose gold ones that I use, I think I got them at Marshall's too. So definitely check out Marshall's, because Marshall's can either be super successful day and you spend lots of money, or you just don't really find anything. If you're a Rae Dunn lover, check Marshall's like a lot, because I got my Queen Rae Dunn mug that I can show you in another video for like $5. So I was pretty stoked. My dog, my spoiled little puppy, has Rae Dunn dishes. She has a big one for her water and then a little one for her food, because she doesn't eat very much. So yeah, she's spoiled and got her some Rae Dunn. I have a flat foundation brush. Personally, don't like it, only because I feel like it leaves streaks on your face. That's why I tried out these beauty blenders, and they are lifesavers. I love them. So I have it just in case. If I'm doing someone else's makeup, like if I do my cousin's makeup who's coming, her foundation is way lighter than mine. Hers is like skeleton almost. Not really, but it's super light because she's super pale. And so I'll use like that, and I'll like dab it on her face and then rinse this off, since you know you don't want like mixed foundations or nothing, that's gross. And then I'll use like, I'll get a separate beauty blender and blend hers all in. So for the eyeshadow, I like using this white one, that white one right there. I just started using it, so I really like it as like a base cover your whole lid and even up to your eyebrow line. Just kind of go all over like that, just a light coverage, and then I'll show you what I do later. Just like that, light coverage. You always want to blend out, you never want to blend in. So when you're doing eyeshadows, blend out. So I do the white, and then I take this Wet n Wild Megalago Illuminating Palette. It's called, yep, Illuminating Palette. It looks like that. It has about 4 different ones in it. And I like it. I got this at Meijer. And it seems to work really well for me, so I like it. And I'll just take that flat brush again. And I like to use this super white one on the side. I know it's kind of hard to see. There they go. The very bottom one. Just because you don't want a lot of highlighter up there, because then it will just look weird. So I just do a little bit right underneath my brows, just to kind of give it like a little bit of shine and like separation from like your eyeshadow, so it's not like all eyeshadow and then, oh, there's your brows. Like there's some separation with it, and it looks pretty too. So same thing on the other side. And I start in to out. That's a really good key to have, is in to out, not out in, because that, yeah, no. So we do a little bit of that, and then we will use the big round brush again, the purple one. Wipe it on your towel, because I just did the white with it. And this brown and the CoverGirl one, this one right here, is super sparkly, so I like it. But also this brown and the hard candy one, that one right there, there's no names. They really should have names, and there's no names on the back. So, you know, we'll just call this one Coffee, the coffee one. I like it because it's a lighter brown, and like when you put it on, it's not so dark. That other brown, the mocha one, is it's kind of dark, so I'll use it for like my under part to like tie it in with my eyeliner. So yeah, we're gonna call this one Coffee. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the coffee one and just blend on the corner. So you want to start like right there and blend up and out. Up and out is the good key to it. Just go like that. And then I just do a little bit at first to both sides to kind of make sure they're even. You definitely want even coverage all over your face and all over your eyes, because if they're not even, let me tell you, people will notice and they'll be like, hey, your eye's darker than that eye, or this one's like nothing to it, and then you have this one that has a ton on it. So you just want to make sure it's all even. Evenness is really good. So if it looks even if you don't know what you're doing yet, it'll look like you know what you're doing, and that is definitely key to it. My morning routine, literally, if I take my time and I'm just chilling in my room or my loft, as it's Lauren's loft, it takes me about 2 hours to get ready. But on the days we just don't want to spend 2 hours, it takes me like 45 minutes. But I have a lot of hair, so I include that in my 45-minute duo. Okay, so now we have both sides kind of done. I'll do a little bit of that mocha one, the darker one on this palette, to kind of darken it a little bit and give it some sparkle. Just a little bit. And blend out. Blend out, blend out. I like to also wipe it all on the towel to blend it so there's like no more powder on there, or excess powder I should say, like it's just like leftover. So there's that. I don't know if you can kind of tell it's blended, and then we're going to darken the other one a little bit. I also do like circles, if you can tell, like little circles to go out with it. To me that blends it better. And then eyeliner time. I just had my eyeliner. What the heck? This is why we put a towel in the sink so stuff doesn't... There it is. We found it. It's fine. It's fine. So I use the e.l.f. gel eyeliner. I've had this for ages, so I'm trying to finish it before I get something different. I want to try liquid eyeliner, but I'm kind of scared because I don't want to mess it up, and then you buy a tube and you hate it. But we'll get there, and we'll get a tube. I use this other brush I got from Walmart or Meijer. Meijer. They're kind of the same, but Meijer's better, has better hair product. Super skinny brush. It's meant for eyeliner, so I'll be using that. And you literally just put like a little bit on, like you can barely see that there's any on. And then I pull my eye out, that way my line is straight. And you'll get makeup on you, but it's okay. So, and I start from like the end corner and just kind of like do a little bit out and out. And you want to try not to get your eyelashes, because that'll be harder for when you put your mascara on, if you get your eyelashes and your eyeliner. But if you do, it's not like it's the end of the world. So that line's pretty straight. Sometimes we are super successful in straight lines, and sometimes we're not. So yeah, you just gotta try. And if it's not super straight, you just put a little bit more eyeshadow on it and cover it up. So yeah, I'll do like a little bit on the ends. Like that. Like that, kind of thicken the end and then have it be thinner throughout. And then we'll just do the same thing on the other side. You'll notice as you do your makeup, one eye is way easier to do than the other. It's really annoying because you want them both to be easy, but it just depends how like anal you are about certain stuff. Alright, so eyeliner is done. It looks pretty even on both sides. So I'm just going to clean that off with my towel. And then I have this Mary Kay palette that I got from a friend. It came with the mascara that I lost, so you know, it's fine. It looks like that. It has like the orange, like a gray one, a dark brown one, and that orange one. I'm gonna use the orange one as the outside part, like right by the brown. But I'm going to do some more brown first to darken it before I use the orange one. So I'm going to use the coffee one out of this palette that I named. If it's not the name, I'm sorry. But so then I do a little bit on the outside to kind of blend the edges of your eyeliner, because you don't want just like random stop and start lines with your eyeliner. Like, that doesn't look good. So I'll do the other side. Kind of dab it to blend it. Remember, blend out. Okay, now I'll take this other brush. I don't know what they're called. It just says Real Techniques. So I don't know. This is like this one's more square and round. This one's more like flat and like pointed almost to the side. I use this one as like a I don't know what it's called, but like in between. So I just put a little bit of that orange on, and I'm just going to do the ends by the eyeliner. And it like breaks up your colors too, so it doesn't look like you just have white, brown, and then a little bit of highlighter. Like, kind of gives your eyes a little pop. Since this channel's about life, I'm gonna go get tickets today for the new Jurassic Park movie. So excited! It looks like it's going to be amazing. My dad and I are gonna go see it, so hopefully, prayerfully, we can get good seats. I am so excited. Okay, so as you can kind of see, the orange is like right on this end, and it's blended well with the brown, so it kind of like a brown oranginess to it on the end. I'm gonna take the gray out of this Mary Kay palette, that gray one right there, and do it as like in your crease. That's what it's called. I'm gonna do it in the crease. With the crease, it can be kind of hard because then it'll get on your lid. But I always have a trick to that, and I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to do that on my crease. And it also lightens up the brown if your browns end up being darker than you thought. Like this brown in the Hard Candy palette, that one right there, it is super dark. I personally don't like using it on like my daily basis just because it is so dark. I like using that coffee one that we named, the other brown one in the Hard Candy palette. It's just a much lighter brown, and I really enjoy it. Alright, so then we're going to do some orange on this side. I kind of did this eye backwards, but it's okay. All the same concept. Blending out, wiping it on your towel so you don't mix colors. Okay, so now that that's done, got your crease done, and you got your middle done, I'm going to use a teeny bit of my e.l.f. concealer. Like, I think e.l.f. is, the concealer is like $2. This may have been $4 because it's a duo. Don't quote me on those prices. I'm just guessing from e.l.f.'s prices. They're pretty reasonable. I know my eyebrow brush, the one I dropped, it was like $2. So, can't really beat that, other than the fact it broke pretty quickly, but we just put it back together and nothing happened. So yeah. So I do just like one take in and out, and I just like dab my lid twice on each side just to put a little bit on there, since we did add that white over the highlighter one that I did, the very first beginning part. Same brush, just gonna kind of dab it all over to blend that concealer on, because with this we're gonna add whatever color we want to our eye, like the main part of your eye. So today I'm just gonna do a light one out of my Hard Candy palette. I'm gonna use, it's like a light pink one. It's this third one in right here, so I'm gonna use that one. And then just tab it all where I put that concealer, so that way it'll stick pretty good. You don't have to do this. I like to do it because it makes my eyeshadow stick better, I feel like. and like if I accidentally scratch my eye, I don't feel like all of it just came off, like maybe just like a little bit or something. So it works a lot better. And then so do that on both sides because you want to make sure they're even. My mom always taught me, like, whatever you do to one eye, do it to the other, that way it's even, and that way you know you're doing the same steps to both eyes. This process also duals your eyeliner a little bit, so it's not so pop, like, oh, I have eyeliner on. I like to kind of hide it, and I feel like it kind of makes your eyes bigger a little bit depending on how you apply it. So there's that. So go back, add a little bit more brown to blend that pink color we just added, and then I'll definitely add some more of that orange one from the Mary Kay palette. At this point we are almost done, so this is kind of like the end part of your eyes, just like touching up, doing different things to however you see fit. I always have one eye I feel looks better than the other, but I think that's just natural with everybody. Like, they always have that one eye they gravitate toward. In the Hard Candy palette, I'm going to use this white one. It's super sparkly, so I'm going to do that in my inner corner. Some people do this before, like when we added just the plain white. Some people do it all throughout. I like to do it after, that way the sparkle lasts longer to me. I'm a sparkle person. I love sparkles. I know you can't tell I'm wearing like a random red shirt, but the sparkles, the better. So I'm going to do that white on the inside and all the way through and like down in the crease, and like kind of like doing eyeliner, but it's white or beige. Just kind of like going like that, like that. You can already see it. It's amazing. And then doing it in the crease. With this one, I like to go like up and around like that. Like that. I don't know if you can really tell. I'll take pictures and I'll post them for the end of the video. Like that. And that way it's kind of like that. I like that. Good job. Same thing for the other side, like up and around, and then use it like a inner eyeliner. I'm going to use, I thought I had a different brush, maybe not. This other white one that my mom got me. It says highlight on the brush, but I personally don't like to use this one for highlight. I'll use it as my outer eyeliner one. And with that one, I'll do that CoverGirl palette, the True Naked, that dark brown. I'll use that one and just do a little bit and like go back and forth. I only go about halfway to your eyeball, only about halfway, and then I just blend it out. Because, I mean, to me, you don't want a lot of dark eyeliner on your bottom. But like I said, this is just my personal opinion, so you do you. But let me know. If you guys try this video out, let me know if you want to see different things. I am going to be doing different colors and stuff, so just let me know. So it kind of looks like that when you're done. Just a nice even blend on your bottom. So now that your eyeshadow is done, you can put all your palettes to the side, or your palette if you only have one. And if you don't have these colors, just kind of go with what you have. Like, I don't think that you have to have the exact colors. That's one thing about makeup tutorials that's hard, is that people think they have to have the exact colors, and it's like, no, just kind of use what you have and then make it your own. So now we'll go into our contouring and our blush and our highlight, my favorite parts. So for contouring, I have this Wet n Wild palette. It's called Coloricon Bronzer. Looks like that. Let's see. Looks like that. It's called $7.39 Ticket to Brazil. I like it. It was, I think, like $3 or something like that. Meyer. I'm going to be using this like rounded brush for my contouring. But first, I'm going to take my like powder brush and go all over my face just to kind of knock off any extra eyeshadow that I might have. especially like on the sides, just kind of like that by your hairline, and then all the way around. So there you go, just kind of go like that. So I'm going to take my brush, contour. First I'm going to do my cheeks, and then I'll do my two spots on my forehead, and then just kind of like blend them together. And then I do my jawline as well. Some people use a liquid contour. If you do that, let me know or send me a link to your video because I'd love to watch it. I personally don't know how, but I'm willing to learn. I have a Clinique Chubby Stick foundation that I have that I will sometimes use as a contouring thing, but sometimes I feel like it's too dark, so that's why I don't really use it a lot. So yeah, so we're gonna do the cheeks. Okay, to me, contouring shouldn't be super dark where it's like, oh, that's super dark. It's like, oh, it's a nice dark to light is what I like to think about it. My blush is, I just got this one. It's a CoverGirl, and it looks like that. It has like a little thing. You might see it where like this is behind the blush, like on this side in the packet. I don't know how to make it do it again. But yeah, I don't know, it's supposed to move up and down. I just use it like this with the little mirror in it. This one is a Rose Silk one. There's a couple different blush brushes that I have or that I like to use. I have this rose gold one that came in the pack. I think it's actually like a foundation brush, but sometimes I'll use it for my blush. I just don't think it's big enough for like my powder foundation. I like my orange one better. There's this one that my mom got me. It's slanted, as you can tell. I'll use that one, and then I'll use this one that I got along with the orange one at Meijer, I believe, or Walmart. It's just rounded all the way around, and I'm pretty sure that the bristles on the end that are pink came pink. I'm pretty sure. Although they might have been white, and then obviously blush is pink, so I might have dyed it pink. I don't remember. But today I'll use this one and the pink one just to kind of blend it. So let's do a little bit. Some people ask like, why do you make that face? And it's just, to me, it helps like your cheekbones, because that's what you're getting, you know, when you smile, these like cheekbones right here, that's what you're wanting the color to be on, not down here. You know, I use like this area for like contouring, but like when you smile and like for pictures and stuff, you want it to be like on your cheeks and like on the cheekbone, like the high rise parts, like up here. See how like pretty that is now? It's not just like that brown we had on. You can also do that circle movement that I use with the eyeshadow just to help blend it. I love the smell of blush. I know that's really weird, but to me it smells like super clean. I don't know, I'm weird. So I use that as my blush. Make sure it's like evenly blended, and then I'll use that Wet n Wild palette that I have, the illuminating palette. And I have this giant one, this giant highlighter brush, but it's super thick and I don't really like it. I like it if it wasn't multiple colors and it was just like a single color highlighting palette, then I would definitely be all over it. But since this one's has like colors, has like a blush color, there you go, has like the blush color and then like a gold and then a light pink and then like a white one. I use a different blush brush, saying that fast. I use a different one of those, the gold one that I have, rose gold one, and then I'll just choose the highlighter. Today I will choose this light pink one. The one that's right next to the dark pink. I'll use that light pink one. I just dab it a little bit and then go on top of the blush, like up in here. Like that. So kind of like that. And then sometimes you can like, oh man, I messed up my blush. Well, just pick up your brush and kind of like go underneath it again. And then that way, like, you're not taking off the highlighter and you're just kind of going over that little bit where you may have gotten too much or something. I will then take the other rose gold brush that I have for like your powder foundation. And I'll take that, since it's smaller than the orange one, I'll take it and just pull it a little bit on and do it around my mouth and down, because you don't want blush that far down. Just kind of clean up the sides a little bit like that. Okay, so now that you clean it up and the blush is where it's supposed to go, the highlighter is where it's supposed to be, I will then contour the rest of my face and apply a small amount of highlighter on. This is basically all personal preference of how you want your makeup to look. I'll still use that contouring brush that I used earlier on my face for the contour or bronzer. I think they're the same thing, but if they're not, someone let me know and I'll go find some contouring powder and we'll try it. So for this one, I like to do like by my eye, like right there, basically temple to temples. I'll put like a little bit more on and then I'll just blend up. Blending up or blending out are the key to makeup, and you want to blend. So you see how everything's blended, it goes from like light to dark, you know, it's all blended. That's what you want, like your blush and then your highlighter, it's all blended together. That's the key, like that's what you want. If it's not blended, don't look like you belong at the circus, and that's a no. Come on, no. So now that our face is done, we're gonna do our chin. For this one, I like to use that other powdered foundation brush, that rose gold one that I just used to clean it up. I'll dab it on my towel, and then I'll just put a little bit of that bronzer on. And I like to do my jawline with that one just because it's, I don't know, I just do. And for this one, you don't want to see it, like a lot of it. You just want to slightly contoured, slightly there, like an accent wall. It's not boom, it's like, oh, that's a pretty wall. So I'll use that one, and then for the highlight part, I'll just use that giant one, and then I'll just barely dab it in. There we go. I'll just use that really white one on the end, just like barely any, and kind of tap it real quick, and then I'll just kind of go around like that. That way it's not, you know, this thick line that we just did, you know, it's all blended. Blending. If I can't stress that enough. Blend. And then for my face, I will use the same brush and the same highlight, the top one, that white one, just a little bit, and then just kind of do the forehead. For my nose, people contour your nose. I do it too. I need more brushes, so we're about to order some more brushes so that we don't have to keep like using the same brushes over and over again. We have separate brushes. So for my nose, I'll use that flat eyeshadow brush I have, the one that's like flat with like a tip almost, and I will just put a little bit on my brush and contour my nose. I'm going to use my blush mirror so I can see and not make myself look funky. For this one, you just want to like line it up with like the flow of your nose, just like a little bit like that, just to like accent your nose, make it more defined, just like that. There you go. You just need a little bit, you don't need a whole lot. And then I'm going to take this small highlight brush, and I'm going to use the, we'll do that light pink one like we did with with the highlighter on our cheeks. We'll use that one. And then we'll just add a little bit to our nose. Definitely like the tip of your nose, as you can see what I'm doing right now. And then just kind of up here a little bit. Kind of like that. There you go. That way your nose is contoured, and it's more defined and you can see it. Alright, so your face is done. You've done your eyes, you've done your cheeks, you've contoured, you've highlighted. Now for the fun part. Mascara. Ha ha ha. I love mascara. I love trying new mascaras. I'll just go through all the ones I have real quickly, and then I'll show you which one I'm going to use today. Okay. Okay, cool, we got them all. Okay, so the ones that I have this Maybelline New York Blue Mega Plush one. I like that one. The brush on it I like to use to like separate my lashes after I've coated them a few times. So I like that one. I have this Clinique one. I used to use Clinique skincare. So you would always get like a free little makeup bag with goodies in it, and Clinique mascara was just like always there. I like this brush too. It works pretty well for like my bottom lashes. I'll use it for. This one, this Maybelline the Colossal Volume Express, came with this Maybelline Gigi Hadid makeup palette that I got at Ulta for $20. It was amazing. It was on sale. There you go. As you can see, it's kind of gone. We're a little obsessed, but that's okay. Yeah, so it just came like right in there. It was like a little freebie. $20. That's pretty awesome. And then I have the bigger one of that one, the Colossal Volume Express. I have that bigger one. And honestly, like for these two, they're like, oh, they're the same thing. But they're not. Like, their brushes are similar, but they're kind of different. Like, to me, they feel different. They look different. When you put them on, they are just different. Makeup lovers understand that everything is different. I have this one. It's Maybelline, the Falsies Push-Up Drama Hydro Fudge. This one is amazing if you're going to be going out for a girls' night or something. I love this one. It's a skinny brush all the way around. This really like makes eyelashes pop, but at the same time it's waterproof, so it's super hard to get off. A lot of these are waterproof, I think. I have two Mary Kay ones that I got from a friend. One's black, one's brown. The brushes are the same, so I'll just show you this one. It kind of looks like the shape of your eye, so like the thicker side and the smaller side. I like these. They're okay. They're not my favorite, but I like them. I'll use those ones for like my bottom too, and sometimes my top if I'm like trying to separate them or something. Let's see. We like mascara, so we kind of have a few of them. I have this other Maybelline New York Lash Sensational. It's kind of like those Mary Kay ones that I have. There you go. It's a good view of the brush. It works pretty good. I think this one's a Hydro Fudge. Waterproof. Hard to get off, but I like it a lot. And then I have this. I'm kind of obsessed with Maybelline products, if you haven't noticed. I have a lot of Maybelline products here. But that means Maybelline's doing a great job and they're producing good products. I have this pink and black one. This is like the cheapest one if you're looking for cheap mascara. This is like the go-to. It's Great Lash by Maybelline. Blackest Black. Nor Tres Nor, if you speak Spanish. I kind of do, not really. This one's a super skinny brush. I like it as like my, almost like my eyelash primer. I really like it. Super skinny. My mom uses it. She's used it for years. I think this is like the beginning one that I got. Like when I was a little kid, learning how to do makeup. This was like the beginning one I got. I have this other Maybelline one, Falsies Big Eyes. It's like a double brush, so like this one's for your top eyelashes, this one's for your bottom. Bottom one's super skinny. I've had this one forever, and it still works, and it's still good. It's not clumpy or anything. This brush is kind of funky. I don't know, maybe I messed it up or what, but it is kind of funky. But I like it. It still works pretty good. Last two, I promise. That's all I got here. I know this video is almost an hour, which is crazy, but I hope it was detailed enough for you. This one I won from my friend. My friend sells Younique in Fresno, California, and she did a drawing, and I was like, well, I'll enter the drawing. I'm not gonna win because I just don't have that kind of luck with stuff. I don't win. We got a thing in the mail the other day that said I won a 44-inch 4K smart TV. Well, come to find out, you have to have a certain number. Like at the bottom of the paper was a number, and it didn't match. I was pretty sad I didn't win that TV, but it's okay. So this is a Younique one. I really enjoy it. It's a Younique Moonstruck Epic Mascara. So if you would like to buy Younique, I have a personal friend I can put you in contact with, and she can share all the deals and stuff with you. And yeah, I like it a lot. Younique is, I believe, like super hyperallergenic, and I believe they don't quote me on this, but I believe it's all natural stuff. Like they try to use as least amount of chemicals as possible. This one is the most expensive one I own. The Moonstruck one I think is like $25 with Younique. All the other ones are like $8 and $9 from Maybelline. I don't have an estimate for the Mary Kay ones, but I have a friend that does Mary Kay, and if you want to buy Mary Kay, or maybe a friend gave you Mary Kay and you really enjoyed it, like I have the Mary Kay face primer, let me know, send me an email. I'll make sure my email is in the box below, and I'll put you in contact with those people. All of my contacts for Younique and Mary Kay are in California. I know the Younique person lives in Fresno. I don't know where my Mary Kay friend lives. I know she's in like the Santa Barbara area. This one is called, it's by Too Faced, and we have random hair on it. I hate it when things collect hair. So this is a Too Faced one. It's called Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara by Too Faced. The packaging is super cool. I don't know if you can tell, but there you go. It has all those like watermarks on it, and you can like feel them. Honestly, that's what got me to buy this, not because it was mascara. I just really liked the packaging, and so I bought it. This one was like $27, $28 because it's by Too Faced. Too Faced is a really good brand of makeup. Sometimes Marshalls and TJ Maxx do have Too Faced makeup for super cheap. I know Marshalls will carry like Bare Minerals, MAC products sometimes. So just make sure you check those out, because you can get a really good deal on them from like Marshalls versus going to Ulta. Obviously, I have no problem going to Ulta because I like Ulta. So yeah, this one's the Too Faced Better Than Sex one, waterproof mascara. The brush is huge, as you can tell. I really like it though, but I only use it sometimes because it is waterproof. Okay, so now that I've given you the rundown of all the mascaras and all the ones I like and don't like, as you tell, I like all of them. Today I'm just going to be using the yellow Maybelline Colossal Volume and my other one that I have that I don't know where it went, but it's okay. So I'll be using this one today, and I might use a little bit of my other lash one. Be using this mirror so I can see closer, and then I'll show you guys as I go through it. And then, but first I'll use that skinny one, the Great Lash by Maybelline, to do as like a primer to like, so I can see the eyelashes better. So as you tell, I love makeup. I love to find new things to do with makeup, find new ways to apply makeup. So if you have any ideas or things you want me to try, challenges, like the food challenge I mentioned earlier, just different things, let me know and I will try to incorporate those in all my videos. Obviously not every video is going to be makeup or hair. That's just two things I'm passionate about. So that's a lot of the videos, but other videos are going to be super fun. Taking a walk downtown, standing in random lines to like get food or go get tickets. Like tonight I'm gonna go get my tickets for Jurassic World because I'm so excited and I can't wait, and I hope that I can buy the tickets tonight for me and my dad. I'm gonna go see a movie. We haven't done that in a really long time, so I'm excited. As you can tell, I'm just going over both eyelashes. I always go to the side to make sure that they're curved and not ones like sticking out, because that just is awkward. So I go back and forth between the two lashes, getting more mascara on because, you know, go back and forth. When you pull it out, sometimes if there's extra, I just like use the end and take off a little bit of extraness on it. We all make mascara faces, so it's okay. That'd be fun. Share your mascara face. Like, as you do mascara, what face do you make? Because everyone has a mascara face. My sister's is super funny. She, like, has her mouth open and, like that, trying to, like, not stab her eye. It's super funny. I'll have to catch her sometime when she's doing it. Also in my videos, we're going to be doing healthy tips on eating, because right now, I'm currently on Weight Watchers Freestyle. My mom has the app, and so I just tell her what I eat throughout the day, and she calculates the points. I believe I'm allowed like 18 to 20 points a day, I think. I know that's only 2-point difference, but I'm allotted like 20 points a day, and it's by calories in the food. And so I'll show you guys like healthy tips on eating. We just got the new air fryer, and we did chicken the other night. We added only like a little bit of flour, and then we mixed it an egg, and then we fried it, and it was super good. Then I made guacamole, and my brother ate it all, so it was great. So yeah, so I'm gonna use that other one and go back. I feel like this one can like curl the eyelashes more. I don't know, maybe that's just me. My friend Miranda, she loves this and her eyelashes are perfect. I might have to go over to her house and have her do an eyelash tutorial, because her eyelashes are always perfect. Always, always perfect. I don't understand. At first I was like, oh, maybe I'll get this mascara and it'll work. Yeah, I think it's just her eyelashes are perfect, so, you know, we make it work. So let's go over it a couple times. Go to the side, make sure none's sticking out. Alrighty, that looks pretty good. Look at my other mirror, looks pretty good. I realized that, let's blend this out a little more. Alright, after every good makeup job, you want it to stay. So I use, this is a setting spray makeup mist and set from e.l.f. I have 2 of them because I'm almost out of the other one. And this is like $2 to $4, I think, from like Meijer. I just spray it all over my face and let it dry and you're good to go. They have a Maybelline one, but I could not find it, so I just grabbed the e.l.f. one. But the Maybelline one is really good too. Always spray your face because that way it'll stay. And if it gets kind of hot outside and you kind of sweat a little bit, don't worry, like your face is sprayed, so you're good to go. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Email me stuff that you'd like to see me try. And that is it for today. This is my daily makeup do for everyday use. I use this for work, church. This is the everyday look, guys. Every day. I will be showing you guys my 15-minute do on another time because that one's super quick if you're in a hurry or just have a bunch of errands to run and you just want to throw on some yoga pants and a t-shirt and walk out the door. I will definitely show you that video, but other than that, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and have a great night.